I know exactly why you resist your calling, because that requires self-actualization. And most you guys are so afraid to fully inhabit yourselves that you choose to avoid your true calling. Because chasing that which lights you on fire, inspires this fervor, forces you to inhabit yourself. Most people don't ever truly inhabit their being in this way. You know, the most popular mode of living is radical abandonment of the self. Truly, nobody has ever been taught how to stay in this body with presence and reverence. Every single tradition of religion, every system that governs our lives, from the institutions that we abide by, the rules that we've considered normative, they all force you to be displaced outside of yourself. Inner power is not a lesson taught to children of this world. So why would you go after your calling when you were never taught to listen to yourself in the first place? The call is always coming from inside the house that you don't even step into. So I know exactly why you run away from everything that lights you up, because that requires a level of intimacy with yourself that you have never experienced and do not know how to navigate. I'll bring up a very helpful example because it's going to trigger a lot of you guys. Celebrities, honestly, are some of the greatest examples we have for people who, whether for better or for worse, inhabit themselves with a greater degree of comfort. Now, whether that comfort is supplemented by excessive drug use or horribly ethically challenged relationships is not for me to say. But what we can observe is that people who are highly visible in these industries of creation of any kind, they are adept at accepting what it is to inhabit yourself long enough to hear your calling, answer it, and go after it. It's also why they're strategically positioned in a place that is inaccessible to the rest of society, so that all you can do is pedestalize that and aspire towards it with no real means of embodying their level of self-actualization. Now, here's the thing. Celebrities are not our beacon of self-concepts. I'm just providing a very extreme example so that you can understand what self-actualization looks like and that there's a nuance to it. Self-actualization can come in many forms, and even in the whole twisted world of celebrity fame, it arrives, still fragmented, but it arrives. Most people watching this video, it won't even arrive in your life. Think about how sad that is. You'll never truly inhabit yourself, so that the self that is truest to you ever materializes. Whether it's a hobby or a passion, anything that brings you delight, it just stays in the back rooms of your mind, because you know what it would require of you to go into those back rooms, grab the key that you threw out the window, bring it back, unlock the door, and enter into the depths of your being. So you're not following your calling because you don't really want to live inside of yourself. You want to live somewhere else. You want to live in a religious doctrine. You want to live in a self-help cult. You want to exist in every other place that is not you. And that's not a personal problem, it's a societal issue. But if we have a majority of our world's population not following their calling, what does that do to our collective consciousness? To the thread that is sewn through us all. It's fraying, right? It's holding on by the threads, for lack of better terms. The thread is holding on by its own threads. Guys, our vitality as a society is not derived from the singular, okay? It is something that exists as a battery charged by the spirits of a community. And now that we've become as globalized as we are, this community isn't just a tribe. It's the world, this globe. This societal vitality is decreasing. Man, it's never even been fully charged, I don't think. And we have so many blocks that stand as an impediment to our own greater self-knowing. But don't let yourself be another one of those blocks. I can list out a whole, slew of all the various ways that the world, as it physically manifests, inhibits us. I can. Racism, sexism, homophobia, anti-blackness, imperialism, capitalism, blah, 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 patriarchy, you get it. These systems of thought and societal networks of exploitation, they already extract so much energy from us. Do not be an additive to that level of subtraction. This is your wake-up call to go after your calling. And your calling does not have to be something remarkable by material standards. You know what? It's really just sitting inside of this body long enough without any external input, right? So maybe this might count, but after you watch this video, you gotta sit somewhere where you can quiet down the noise of this world and listen to what exists inside of you before anybody else speaks. Once you feel that sensation of sitting into this body, depressing the shoulders, exhaling your stature into something more lived in, you receive a revelation. And that revelation is that, hey, I want to do this, or I remember when I put that on my vision board 2 years ago, or hey, I wrote that down in my journal as a teenager and I still haven't gotten to it. And guess what? There's still time. There is still time. I promise you. Your fear of going after what you desire is not only contrived from societal pressures, it is seriously a byproduct of your own fear of what will happen when you exist and experience your most actualized self. I think you're intimidated. I think you're intimidated of the person you are meant to become when you step into your purpose. And I'd be intimidated too, because that's a badass, I know, first of all. Whenever I see anybody that's living what they are meant to do, it's beguiling, it's like spellbinding, it's intoxicating. But to be that person who is perceiving, it's a little bit different than being the person inside of the experience. That is a 360. Right now you're perceiving me, but you're living inside of yourself. And somehow you're more intimidated of the potential of that person than you are of me. You're inspired by me, most likely, but you're intimidated of yourself and your potential. And that potential only becomes active when you meet yourself, when you exist in yourself so often that you know yourself so deeply. You have to be willing to befriend yourself, to love yourself radically, unconditionally. And until you overcome that apprehension, your dreams and your goals will always be scary to you. Because deep down inside, your subconscious knows that your dreams require a version of yourself that is lived in and not outsourced. That is wholly yours and nobody else's. So I'd like you to take some time in your day, whether it's today, when you're seeing this, you're watching this, or tomorrow, max 2 or 3 days. You don't want to let this idea cook in your mind for too long after you've heard it. Sit in a room, okay? Really deaden the stimulus outside of you. And feel, for the first time in your life, what it is to inhabit this body. You've been gifted by the supernova in interstellar space, by all this entropy that is gathering in our cosmos. You are a product of that magic. Get to know that magic and understand that that magic is capable of casting a spell on your entire life. You just have to be comfortable with knowing what that leads to. The person that you become once that spell is cast, you have to be willing to be enchanted by yourself. You are the magic that you've been waiting for, and rejecting your calling is a rejection of living inside of yourself. Do not do that, okay? That's all I have for you guys today. And if you have any ideas that you'd like to run by me, or any questions or any comments of any kind, feel free to leave them down below. All my resources are linked in my description box, and I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel, like this video for more, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.